Hello, I'm your host, the voice of truth gorilla. Every time you fill your tank, you trust someone with your money, your safety, and the air you breathe. But have you ever wondered what's really flowing through India's fuel pumps today? E20 ethanol, a mix of petrol and alcohol, is being sold as India's green revolution. A solution that promises cleaner air, stronger farmers, and energy independence. Ministers call it visionary. News channels call it patriotic. The slogans are everywhere: green fuel for a clean India. But beyond the speeches and headlines lies a quieter truth. Truth about who profits, who pays, and what we're not being told. Chapter 1. The Promise. In 2021, India set a bold target: 20% ethanol in petrol by 2025. Minister Nitin Gadkari declared it a turning point. Farmers would be energy producers, not just crop growers. Sugar mills expanded, maize cultivation rose, and media outlets praised India's green fuel revolution. At first glance, the dream looked perfect: cleaner fuel, rural prosperity, and reduced oil imports. But every revolution comes with a cost. Few asked how much water sugarcane consumes. Few mentioned how maize, once food, was now being diverted to fuel. The promise was clear, but the reality was more complicated. Chapter 2. The engine fights back. By 2023, E20 reached pumps across the country. But the road ahead wasn't smooth. Drivers began noticing something strange: cars running rough, lower mileage, and blinking warning lights. Mechanics reported corrosion, rust, and clogged injectors. Most vehicles weren't built for ethanol-heavy fuel. Yet there were no warning labels, no consumer choice, just quiet rollout and big publicity. The green revolution was starting to look like an experiment conducted on millions of unsuspecting drivers. Chapter 3. The Business of Green Gold. Behind every policy lies a business that as ethanol demand soared. A few companies found themselves at the center of massive profits. Reports surfaced, revealing strong links between ethanol suppliers and powerful political figures. Critics claimed that industrial players with political backing dominated supply contracts, while smaller producers were left out. Meanwhile, farmers faced rising costs: fertilizers, water, and electricity, with little share of the promised rewards. That IT wasn't a farmer's revolution, it was a corporate one, dressed in green. Chapter 4. The Questions Left Behind. In 2025, India's Supreme Court dismissed challenges against E20, calling it safe and necessary. But on the streets, skepticism grew louder: that if the fuel is truly safe, why do engines fail? Why are there no transparent tests or clear labeling? Why must citizens bear the cost of a policy they never chose? Farmers question if this is sustainability or exploitation. Drivers wonder how long their cars will last. And the public wonders, who is really being served? Chapter 5. Power, Policy, and Petrol Policies. Often begin with vision, but somewhere between the idea and execution, profit takes control. Ethanol was meant to empower farmers and save the environment. Instead, it's empowering a select few. Every liter of E20 carries more than energy. It carries influence, money, and unanswered questions. And until transparency returns to the system, the people remain in the dark. OUTRO, the people's question? The fuel in your tank isn't just petrol. It's a story of ambition, profit, and the price of progress. The truth may be buried, but it's waiting to surface. I'm your host, the voice of truth gorilla. If you believe in fearless investigations and stories that challenge power, subscribe and join the movement for truth. Because awareness is fuel and knowledge is power.